Earground. New voices amplified. Earground. Earground. Keep your ears on the ground.
Hello, greetings and welcome to Earground New Voices Amplified. And today I've got the honor and privilege to actually be speaking to one of Africa's fastest rising artists. His name is Rick Tyler, and he's a singer, rapper, and songwriter, and has been dropping some amazing stuff. But recently, he did some collaboration with a Zimbabwean artist, and this is the reason why we tracked him down, and we managed to actually get through to him. So I'm going to be speaking to Rick Tyler. Stay tuned to Earground New Voice Amplified. We're coming back right after this.
It's a good morning, best mornings with myself, DJ Savvy. Thank you very much for choosing us. I think when it comes to cheating, ladies have always been the snakes. Yeah, take that one in. As brothers, I think we get too excited. That's why we mostly get caught. The ladies do it nicely. She'll be sleeping with your friend for 10 years, bro, and you'll have no idea. You'll end up thinking that the baby's yours, but you see those ears. You're like, nah, this is not my baby. I got bad news for you. But let's unlock this fire continental collaboration. It's Playground, teaming up Ricky Tyler representing South Africa. Gemma Griffiths from Zimbabwe. Song is called Bad News. Turn it up.
So welcome back. Like I said in the introduction, that I'm going to be speaking to Rick Tyler, a South African artist, fastest rising artist on the continent. He's doing some amazing things. And we're going to be talking about his career, about his music, and one of his most recent releases that features our very own Gemma Griffiths. Rick Tyler, welcome to Earground.
What's up, man?
I'm good. It's such a privilege to actually be speaking to you. All eyes on you. You're one of the fastest rising artists on the continent right now. And to get a chance to speak to you, I mean, we're super excited. And thank you so much for affording us the time.
No doubt, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. And I really appreciate that intro, It's definitely a big, thing for me. And just to be a part of being able to, collaborate with such dope artists all over the continent as well. So yeah.
Great. We're going to be talking about that collab a bit later, but to start off with, take us back a bit. I mean, who's Rick Tyler? Your childhood, your upbringing, where did you grow up?
So I was born in Joburg, Johannesburg. We lived in a small area called Spruit View. It was my mom and my two older siblings, my sister and my brother. And then we moved out to Edenvale, which is in the east side of Joburg. We moved out that side as soon as my mom got into just, a better place of work. And then I just spent most of my life out growing up in Edenvale. I played a lot of soccer as a kid. I tried out a whole bunch of different things, just trying to figure out what it is that I was good at, And when I realized entertainment was something I was good at, I really stuck to that because that was just my way of expressing myself, my way of shining, because I was so worried about my future as a kid because I wasn't really excelling that well in school, but I was always outside. I always wanted to just perform. I always wanted to do just different types of activities in that space. And yeah, my childhood was, it was, I would say, a pleasant one. I had the blessing of my mom who really allowed me to be myself and be exposed to, just a different kind of life, which is music, which is entertainment, which is a lot of the things that I'm doing right now. And it really allowed me to take those risks. I grew confidence because of that. So yeah.
And talking about music and influences, what sort of music were you exposed to that you could say somehow fed your imagination or your interest and passion in music?
Man, I was exposed to, I'm a 90s baby, So I've been exposed to so many different types of music. But I think my early inspirations would be Michael Jackson, Lauryn Hill, Casey and JoJo, Kanye West, Bone Thugs and Harmony, just growing up, because my brother used to listen to a lot of that music, even Notorious B.I.G., Pac, So just rap, I love the old school. I was really a big fan of the 90s music, a lot of the old school genres and just, all of the sounds back then. And then I got exposed to the likes of Drake, Lil Wayne, Frank Ocean. So those are, I would say, those were definitely a lot of the leading inspirations in my life. in terms of music, you know, in the R&B and hip hop space. You know.
Interesting there, because I've been checking out your catalog and I noticed there are songs where you're rapping, and then there are songs where you're singing. How do you describe yourself as an artist? Like, are you a rapper, are you a singer, or you do both?
You know, I started out doing hip hop. You know, like I was a big hip hop head. Like I just wanted to rap at first. You know, so a lot of the music I was putting out back then when I was around 18, I was just putting out hip hop joints. I just wanted to rap, and then I would sing on and off, you know, and every now and then, like, people would tell me, like, you know, just why don't you throw a little bit of singing into your music just to add a little bit of a different kind of vibe, you know? So I started to really experiment with singing because of that, just friends, just also like shows that I was doing, and people just asked me just to give it a try, you know? So when I realized it was working and people actually enjoyed my voice, I started to do a lot more singing, and then I fell in love with singing like more than rap, you know. So I started to make a lot more joints on the singing level, and then I realized, you know, I can actually do both. So let me just add both elements to my music and really showcase my range and make it a little more interesting. And I think a lot of the reason why my music really expanded, you know, is because I just decided to add both elements to my music. Yeah.
Wow. Great. And in terms of the body of work, how much content have you dropped so far? Do you have an album?
Yeah. So I dropped my debut album last year during COVID. It was tough, I'm not gonna lie, but it was also a blessing in disguise. I dropped my first album, which is titled Small World, and that did really, you know, really did some dope numbers and really got me the kind of recognition that I needed, you know. So yeah, that I've also collaborated with, you know, artists just in and out the globe, you know, such as Koja Q, MI, who's like, you know, obviously the heart and soul of Chocolate City. You know, collaborated with Alpha P from Nigeria. Gemma Griffiths, collaborated with obviously artists from where I'm from, with Tejo, collaborated with Rolene, I've collaborated with Talaman, I've collaborated with, just off of the top of my head, the kind of work I've done right now, and just released a whole lot of dope visuals. I've also, my first album actually got nominated for Summer South African Music Award.
Wow,
it didn't win, but like it was, you know, just epic. The first thing that happened was amazing, you know, definitely a confidence booster. Also, one of my songs made it onto Coming to America, Rhythms of Zamunda, which was also a very big comment. I also was a part of Tiny Desks, which was literally a dream of mine that came true. And yeah, that's what I can think of right now off the top of my head. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And I mean, if you're looking at the kind of message that you're driving out there, what would you say is the basic or the main theme that you're trying to share with the rest of the world?
What I'm trying to share with the rest of the world, man, just the fact that we are all going through this life thing, and that I'm very much imperfect. You know, I'm not perfect at all. And the main thing I want to share is how important it is to learn from everything that we experience. You know, so I share my experiences on my music, but like everything that I've learned from it is important. And that's the message for me there, you know, whether it be love, whether it be good or bad things, you know, just the fact that life is something that is coming from you, not happening to you, you know. And it's important how we view things in our lives and the decisions that we make. You know, I feel like that's what an artist, it's important for an artist to be writing about those kind of things anyway, you know, just it is really about our experiences and what we learn from them.
Oh, great. And you and Gemma Griffiths, you collaborated on the song. How did you guys connect, and what was the creative process like?
So, you know, shout out to Mzwa, by the way. I was actually, you know, obviously real story. Gemma and I connected at an event. We both attended an event called Famous Friends, where it's a hip hop event where just like a whole bunch of big South African acts, musicians come through and perform at this event, you know. So I met Gemma at that event, and I was actually introduced to Gemma's music, you know, quite a while back. So just meeting her was really dope, and the energy, you know, was real, and we just connected on a really like real level, you know. And we had a conversation about music, and we just decided to get into the studio the next day and write something out, you know, on a toxic level, you know, which was something we really wanted to address in our lives, you know, just over the conversations that her and I had. And yeah, the next day she was in the studio, and I had introduced her to Playground, which is our independent label. And we decided to collaborate and work on a joint for the Playground project. And that's how we linked up, pretty much, yeah.
Wow, awesome. And I love the video. I love the cinematography and the whole concept to it. Brilliant work there. Oh. Yeah. And right now, Africa is at the center of attraction. The world is watching. The world is now paying attention to Africa that at another time. And mega stars emerging from the continent. Where do you see yourself in that picture in the near future?
You know, I see myself doing world tours. You know, it's obviously been, that is my number one dream right now, is to be able to do world tours. I also see myself collaborating with artists who I thought were unreachable. You know, I see myself winning awards that I thought were unobtainable as growing up, you know. I also see myself collaborating with a lot more artists from Africa and just being a part of teaching the world a lot about our stories and not the way the Western society has translated our messages, you know. So I really want to be a part of pushing that culture forward, because we finally have a voice and a footprint. So I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Oh, great. And what are you currently working on? Is there something that we should look forward to anytime soon or before the year ends?
Yeah. I'm currently working on my second project as we speak, which I'm hoping should be ready by, let's say, end of July, which is end of this month, right? Yeah. Yes. So I'm hoping and I will be done with it because I have obviously promised the fans that it is going to be dropping very soon. But yeah, I'm working on my second project. We've got more visuals coming out, and that's my main focus right now. Yeah.
And if you're not making music, if you're not doing anything musical, what occupies your time? Like, do you have a 9 to 5, or music is your 9 to 5?
No. Music is definitely my 9 to 5. You know, I decided to put all my time and energy towards this, because I just feel like it really required that of me, you know, in order to make this space work, and all the sacrifices I had to make. But like, you know, if I'm not doing music, like just on a normal day, I'm probably just with family, I'm probably just with friends, I'm probably out watching the boxing. You know, I love watching boxing. I'm probably out playing some soccer. I'm probably playing some PlayStation. If you're good at FIFA, please give me a shout. You know, I'm ready. But just doing normal things. You know, just going in and out the city. You know, just hitting the club. You know, just having a good time. Just doing normal life things and just being a person.
Yeah. Your word to Zimbabwe. I mean, Zimbabwe is a big consumer of South African music, and we love South African artists. What would you say to the people in Zimbabwe? What do you promise them? What would you say to them?
I promise to collaborate with more artists in Zim, you know, which is actually in motion, which is going to be happening. I promise to come and do a tour in Zim, because you guys have shown me so much love, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for that. You're such beautiful people. And I can't wait to come out and see everyone face to face. Hopefully I can find my wife that side, you know, still out there. But I'm really excited to touch the city, you know, definitely, yeah.
Wow, that'll be awesome. I'm gonna speak to him again. He's dropping something by end of July, and we definitely look forward to that. But in the meantime, go on YouTube and check out the video that he did, a project that he did together with Gemma Griffith, and I love it. It's a beautiful project. And who's on your playlist? Like, do you listen to your own music, or also listen to other artists? And if so, who's on
Yeah, no. Oh man, right now, who's on my playlist? Gemma Griffiths, definitely on my playlist. You know, I'm really enjoying her project. Rema, I'm listening to some Rema. I'm listening to some Frank Ocean on my playlist. I'm listening to some new Drake. Obviously, Drake dropped like a whole house album, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Georgia Smith. I'm listening to Alpha P. I'm listening to, what am I listening to? Yeah, I think off of the top of my head, you know, I'm listening to some Nasty C as well.
Oh.
I'm listening to some Folkalistic, you know, so just a lot of the music also coming from here, which I'm really enjoying. So yeah, you know, I'm very open to so many different styles of music. So trust and believe in my playlist, you know. I can definitely come DJ there for you if you need me to. I'm ready.
Awesome. Great. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate it. And to everybody who's been watching, I've been speaking there to Rick Tyler, and confirm your social handles are Rick Tyler across.
Yeah, across my Twitter is Ricky Tyler Show. My Instagram is Ricky Tyler Show. My Facebook, The Ricky Tyler Show. My YouTube, Ricky Tyler Show. So yeah, and then there's Google. You know, you just type in a name, whatever you need should come up. You know, so
cool. Great. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate once more for the chance that we had to actually sit down and speak to you and hear the dream. I know the next time that I'm going to catch up with you, it will be a different narrative, awards, and the world tour and the bigger things that you're setting eyes on. To everybody who's been watching, thank you so much for tuning in and watching Earground, Your Voices Amplified. And also awesome work that you guys are doing with the Playground. I love it. You know, I think since I got a link to your video on the Playground, I've been watching, you know, a whole lot of stuff there. Super impressive.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Shout out to my team, and shout out to Playground Productions. Also, just who have made so many, you know, things in my life possible. So many opportunities in my life possible. You know, big love to the team, and we can't wait to give you guys more music. Yeah.
Great. So until next time, remember, Earground, keep it locked. My name is Plot, and I'm out.